I heard and felt the concrete cracking above and all around. I felt the ground shake underneath. And then after that, everything was black, just complete blackness. And at first, I actually wondered if I was even alive.
Dan Woolley was alive, but in trouble, buried underneath the Hotel Montana.
The reality of my situation was it wasn't very likely that I was going to get out of there. It wasn't likely I was going to survive long enough for rescuers to reach me.
This video shows just how difficult the rescue would be.
That's a floor, a floor, a floor, a floor. That's several floors.
Underneath that rubble, Woolley prepared for his own death, writing goodbye notes for his wife and 2 young children.
If found, please give to my wife, Christina. I love Josh and Nathan, the joy and pride of my life. Josh, choose the right path every day. Nathan, I'm sorry I wasn't there to get to know you better, but I already love your laugh and your smile, and I love wrestling with you. Imagine what will it be like when they open up this journal and they find out, wow, not only, he's dead, but he left some notes for me. He left some notes for us, and would the boys, would they be laminated in something that the boys carried in their pockets and hung on a wall? I don't know, but just the finality of that was very emotional for me.
At home, the family was also losing hope.
I thought a lot about what it would be like if Dan had died, and I thought a lot about raising the boys by myself.
But on top of the pile, rescuers were working, searching, and below, Dan Woolley was fighting.
For me, it was always about how can I get back to my family.
Woolley had a first aid app on his iPhone and began to treat his own wounds. He also realized he had a light.
I would press the focus flash, and I'd flash in another place. And then I'd try and remember. It was such a quick and a low light flash, but I'd try and remember what I just saw. So really it was almost a remembering more than it was an actual scene.
Then he started taking pictures to see if there might be an escape route. In one of those photos, he noticed an elevator and figured it would be a safe place in case more of the building collapsed.
Within seconds of reaching the elevator, the first aftershock after the earthquake hit, and it was of such magnitude that there was a wall in the area where I had just been that collapsed, and I think I would have died if I had stayed there.
Woolley would stay in that elevator for 65 more hours. Finally, 3 days after being buried, rescuers brought him out. The moment was captured by a French television crew. 1 year later, Woolley has written a book about his experience titled Unshaken, and on January 9th, just 3 days before the anniversary, he returned to Haiti and the place where he almost died.
So it was important for me, I think, to come back and face this experience and face what I went through last year with open eyes.
Back home, Woolley says life with his wife and children is a little sweeter, especially this past holiday season.
I think we had a mistletoe moment or two where we just said, so grateful that we still have this.
A family rocked by disaster, left unshaken. Rich Matthews, The Associated Press, Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
Hey there, Nathan, boy.